We're back. We have more Dota. And Luminem's, well, the man formerly known as Luminem, his very short and not illustrious rapping career
No, it's ongoing.
has come to an end.
It's ongoing.
You're back.
Watch TI3. There's going to be raps there. No promises.
Lumi, just admit it. You got fired.
Nah,
your
man.
career's over.
Big B's writing some
You're all
lines.
washed up. That's why you came here.
Big B's writing some lines. We're going to make a comeback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
well,
B is...
You'll do you haven't even gotten your real career started yet, but he's already headed to a career revival tour. So, with that being said, though, we do have some actual Dota 2 action for you guys today. It's ICCup versus EG, best of 3. I saw some people saying, when did EG throw last? I don't know if you can really call that game a throw, but they definitely got outplayed. ICCup took it. They took it in style in a, I wouldn't even call it a throne race, but they just bull rushed the throne. They took it down. They now lead the best of 3 1-0, but it is a best of 3. Maybe EG can bounce back.
I think both of these teams are evenly matched in skills. And more importantly, they're so unpredictable and they're not reliable. That's the more important thing.
Yeah.
Because ICCup was... ICCup, was it?
It is
ICCup. ICCup was rolling the early game last time.
What do you What do you see when you look at this word? Do you see 3 C's?
I see ICC and then up. But then sometimes I add another C on top. So then it's ICC Cup.
Like I'm looking, I see like 2 capital C's.
Right.
Where's the third one?
I don't know.
Like,
It's imaginary.
How are you inserting it? Here, I can actually show you guys. See, there's 2 C's.
Okay.
One
Thank
C?
you. I can count now. 1 and then
2 C.
2. So, but the big thing about last game is because of ICCup took the early game, they got a ton of kind of early game pushing items. The Vlad's on the Bear, the Mech on the Dragonite. That's insane. And then there was that one team fight where the EG just got 4 track kills. So I don't think you could bet any type of money on either team about reliability. ICCup, even though they won the game, it wasn't a clean push.
Yeah, it was not smooth for them.
And then for EG, you could never bet money on them because they're like professional Olympic throwers for that sport. Was it shot puts?
Yeah, shot putting.
Shot putting. They remind me of
They
that.
invented shot putting.
Yeah, they did. So
More pushing from ICCup. The draft is well underway. We can run through the bans and picks quickly here. ICCup had the second pick. They ban out the Batrider, the Wisp, the Alchemist, the Keeper of the Light. Lots of anti-push or just strong heroes in general. And they pick up Leshrac, Dragonite, Shadow Shaman, and Lycan. So
Damn.
ridiculous push strat from them. EG banning Naga, Lone Druid, Weaver, and Gyrocopter will pick up a Visage, Prophet, and Veno. Dare I say it, Lumi, they didn't have much counter push last game. Shadow Demon actually took 2 points in Soul Catcher early. They're actually going Spectre against this 5-man push.
That's the one like crazy laugh. Like, why do you expect?
They have very little AoE as it is.
They got Spectral Dagger. That's AoE.
They have a great ganking combo, though. Do you remember there was a game that you cast? It was even before I started casting. I used to watch some of your YouTube videos. It was, I think, Aeon played a Prophet with a Refresher Orb Aghanims.
Yeah.
And then the Spectre was just haunting in after...
With Radiance, yeah.
So Spectre haunts in, then the Prophet ults twice, and everyone just dies.
Everyone dies. I don't think
EG will get to farm that much, though.
Right, I think this lineup is gonna push them down a lot more quickly. Worse is the defense, right? You have Nature's Prophet's Treant, we could drag creeps off the tower. That's nice. You have the ultimate that comes every 75 seconds or 60 seconds, and then you have Venomancer wards, which are absolutely a joke because they don't actually split or they don't actually defend push that well.
And
wow,
this is so good though because look at EG, no AoE, not a very good lane for killing a Broodmother. And even if you, like, now they have to deal with the Brood, right? They have no one who can 1v1 the Brood. So if they deal with the Brood, that means they don't deal with the Lycan and the Shadow Shaman and the Leshrac. Either way, one side of ICCup's pushing lineup is going to get farm and levels. And that almost all but guarantees they'll be able to push really hard.
what is the best hero that AG could pick right now to defend against the push? Like, just insert one hero here in this lineup.
They need mass AoE, mass counter push. I would say like a Gyro, but they actually banned out Gyro.
I'm surprised by that because they could actually pick Gyro themselves. They did have to.
They
didn't have to pick.
Well, I guess they already have Spectre, so maybe not Gyro, but they need something with like mass AoE, something that can also lane okay against Broodmother would be ideal because Prophet can't lane against Brood 1v1. That's not a good matchup. You could defensive tri-lane versus it, but then they have no way to really contest or slow down the Lycan throw. I think they're almost screwed.
I mean, there are a couple of supports that have decent AoE, like Jakiro has a decent 2 AoE nuke. You have Lina that's decent AoE as well, but they're okay on supports. They need to pick up a solo mid, it seems like, that has AoE.
And I'm trying to think, is there anything weird they can do with the lanes? Like, could they run dual lanes, maybe get away with it? The thing is, they have a Spectre, so that hero's just so weak with dual lanes. So is Visage. Visage, not a very strong dual lane hero in general. Generally, you want to tri-lane him. I don't know what they can do, to be honest. I'm really racking my brain here, but it seems like EG is
I actually think you could go Warlock against this lineup.
Ooh.
Because you know they're pushing, you know they're going to clump, and then a Fatal Bond into a Venomancer Ultimate into Rock.
Problem, though, is they have a Broodmother.
Okay, they go Sand King, and this
Oh,
is an
there you
old
go.
school counter to Broodmother.
That's actually a really good pick for
Yeah,
them.
it really is. It gives them all the AoE. I talked about the ability, or the kind of disadvantage of pushing team is you clump quite a bit. And a freaking huge epicenter, plus a couple of Caustic Finale bursts could actually break down the entire push. So we'll see how it goes.
It looks like they'll try to get Demon matched up 1v1 against this Broodmother. This is an old school matchup. Reminds me a lot of the International too. We saw quite a few Brood picks, quite a few Sand Kings and Tide Hunters even to counter it. So strong 1v1 opponent for the Brood, and it means they can go aggressive trying against a Shadow Shaman like in dual lane. Actually, dare I say it, with this pick, then you put a solo mid Prophet. I think EG could maybe win the lanes. They definitely need to win the lanes, though. If they don't, ICCup is going for racks at 15, 20 minutes.
Traditionally, pushing teams often have a fairly weak laning stage, right? Because they have picked so much pushing power. Sometimes you just lack stuns. Sometimes you just lack chasing power, that kind of stuff. In this particular lineup, they're not too good in their lanes. I mean, I guess they're laning a Lycan in the 1-row position. That means your support Shadow Shaman as well support Leshrac. Generally, heroes that want a ton of experience is not going to be getting too much, but we'll talk about that in a little bit more. Let's quickly introduce ICCup here on the Dire. Up one game in this best of 3 series. Resolution will be going solo mid on the Dragon Knight, looking for a quick level 6. Entire team is looking for a quick level 6. Always want to fly on the support Leshrac. Has Splitter right now, most likely going to be taking Edict at 2 and 3. Regizik on the Shadow Shaman. He needs level 6 badly as well. Jackal, he wants that Vlad's and level 18 probably. And then last but not least, Mag on the long lane on that Broodmother.
Did you say level 18?
Level 18. Just want to be a little bit more specific on that value because once you hit 18, you're pretty good.
Can I have some whatever you took before you came over? All right, on the side of EG, you've got the mystifying team.
Right.
Sometimes they're beating Na'Vi, sometimes they're beating the Alliance, sometimes they just come out flat. We'll see if they can bounce back, but they are trailing 0-1 in the best of 3. You've got Fear on the Spectre, Bambo handling the Visage, Beat is on the Venomancer. They have pulled their safe lane, Sand King, that being handled by Miley or Demon, as many of you know him, and he has been pulled Sentry Ward, so be against the Broodmother 1v1. That leaves Jo as your solo mid Prophet. So I actually, with the Sand King pick, which was really smart by EG, I think they actually might be able to win the lanes now.
I think so as well. For those of you guys that are not familiar with this matchup, because we haven't seen it too much recently.
Oh, level 1 engagement top. We'll have to hold that thought. Beat is dropping fast. First blood going to ICCup only narrowly. Who's going to run first? Look at that level 1 Hal. Jackal is just chewing through these heroes. They might find 2. All they need is a splitter at the Bambo. Maybe not. Just a right click will do it. Runs into the trees. Tries to juke for all he's worth. Can't juke well enough. Fear driven back. This level 1 Hal. Did you see how fast those supports were dropping? They were just food for the big bad wolf.
When you're laning Lycan level 1 Hal, it's probably the best skill that you could actually get. It just gives you so much damage output. Always want to fly. Gotta be careful and get back here. And of course, ICCup getting a 2-1 advantage there. And your offensive tri-laning with the Spectre. This lineup is not particularly designed to kill. They have a ton of slows, and they have decent burst damage coming out from Bambo, but I think that the time that you're going to kill one, they're probably going to kill 1 or 1.5, so especially with a Hal involved. So they got to be very careful. And of course, this particular offensive tri-lane is going to have to weak recovery. You can't really roam off the lane gank. You can't really pull too effectively. There's one camp you can pull to the left, but that's pretty much it. And
there's a lane ward. So if they pull, ICCup will know. And I think ICCup are not particularly worried about EG pulling. Their pull hasn't been blocked. They can do some pulls of their own. They will split Earth Fear onto the tower. He'll back off. I think I'm really bad luck for EG, because every time I'm like, oh, I think this looks decent for them. They get promptly give up a first blood, give up 2 kills, and now you got to say things don't look so great. That's going to mean an earlier Vlad's for Jackal. It means support's getting boots faster, most likely. And it also means that EG won't have that fast start in the laning stage. So now ICCup head towards the mid game with a bit more confidence. We might have another clash here. Very afraid to take my camera away from top for too long. We'll have a pause from Bambo. How do you feel about the 2 solo lanes, Lumi? We've got a Dragon Knight mid versus Nature's Prophet. So far, Prophet leading the CS4 there, and then a Broodmother off lane against Sand King.
I think the Prophet is going to have a very easy time against Dragon Knight mid, because you could easily just teleport or even send a Tree to deny these runes, as you can see that he's doing so in the bot rune right now. So he should win that lane fairly easily. He could join in on the top lane and basically force a couple kills. Shadow Shaman as well as Leshrac are very, very easy kills to pick up on. So I think Nature's Prophet is going to be a big X factor in this game.
They're going in now. Weedjustic a little bit off on his own, though. Jackal wasn't there. He didn't even use Hal yet. He's going to drop in a hurry. Now Fear on the run. I don't think they can bring him down, though. Leshrac gives chase, but Leshrac does not have another Split Earth. Just a bit of miscoordination there. Shadow Shaman, generally when you run into the enemy team and drop your shackles early, I mean, there's no way to cancel it, but it's a squishy hero. He dies really quickly.
Yeah, to me, I think that if ICCup wants to get a rebuttal kill, they shouldn't do it on Spectre, even though she's in melee range. She's deceptively tanky with that 4 base armor, as well as that critically poor man shield. Blocks a ton of that wolf damage, as well as whatever right click you could dish out. You want to focus on the Venomancer, ideally. You want to focus on Visage secondary, because he doesn't have that great Creeper Cloak yet. And of course, you were asking me about the other lanes. Miley, or Demon, is just dominating the bot lane, as he should be, because this particular matchup is very much so in his favor. Although, you see, as we say that Mag is just laying down the harass and driving Demon completely back to the tower. They're missing both a lot of EXP, but Mag is going to have the lane control advantage and cancel the Salve. Where's the Sandstorm? He doesn't have it because he's actually taking Cosmic Finale, as you should.
Yeah, pretty standard. I mean, also if Brood gets sentries, then you're just useless. And Sandstorm is not going to help you there. But for the time being, Mag, he is getting levels, and he's actually gone for an interesting build here. I wonder if he'll just skip Spider Lanes, but he's only taken 1 point in them so far. And that is one way to deal with Caustic Finale. Still, though, Demon can still right-click the creeps, and those will still apply Caustic Finale. And Brood without her Spider Lanes, I mean, the hero doesn't offer you much without them.
It's very interesting. I think she's trying to lane control with her passive, and then after she drive, I guess, Demon out of the lane, then she's going to rank up Spiderling a little bit more. You could use Spiderling still to jungle and not leave it in lane, but right now you can see because of the AoE damage is so high that any Spiderling in the lane is just basically free gold for Demon.
Still no engagements top. Jackal farming decently 15-1, only 9-2 on Fear. And the big thing for me is that this Lycan's getting a lot of levels early. He has gone for a Belt of Giant Strength. We'll see if he, not rushing the Vlads, not getting boots early, just wants to tank up a little bit. If they just get to the mid-game intact, I mean, I'm still very worried for EG. Sure, they've got a Sand King doing well against Brood, but at some point, they'll need Demon to come to fights. He's their only initiator, their only real stun, and as soon as he does, then the Brood will be able to push bottom lane. And Demon, although he's farming really well and isn't dying, it's not like Mag isn't farming. So I think this is still going quite well for ICCup.
It's okay. I think it's going okay for both teams. The laning stage, to me, is the most important thing for ICCup. They're severely weak in this laning stage, and it looks like they might perhaps make it go up top here. Beatus, perhaps a little bit of trouble. He gets scaled off, and they got to focus on Witch's Egg, but Beatus is going to drop immediately. Witch's Egg is dropping low quite well as well. They're going to focus on Fairy. Wrath of Nature come through, and that's going to be 1 kill. Fairy's running to the left. He should be fine thanks to that poor man show. He has face move now picked up. Teleportation comes in from Jo. He wants Jackal's life. Jackal's on the run. Salve's up, but he's going to get Salve cancel. He's going to try to right-click Fairy and in return. Meanwhile, Jo being chased away by the Leshrac. Jo is going to go down. And Jo is going to be dead. Beatus now finds another Gale and always want to fly. He does have the second Spliff. He's looking for it. Oh, nice Jackal into another Spliff. Is that a triple kill? That's at least a double on always want to fly. And he's going to make it out alive. My goodness.
And that Prophet that was doing well mid dies. That is by far the biggest loss for them there.
And guess what DK's doing
Lycan lives, and yeah, when your Prophet not only dies but TP's off mid, your tower probably going to lose about half HP mid.
Yeah.
That is an unmitigated disaster for EG. Doesn't matter that Fear got his phase boots and a few kills. They cannot afford to start losing towers this early, because the one thing that fuels a push strat more than anything is early tower gold. Then you get your fast mech, your fast arcane boots, and then your 5-man becomes infinitely stronger.
Yeah, your goal is a great point there, but more importantly for me, it's experience, right? If you're always clumped up as 5, you're not going to get too much EXP later on. So getting these extra bonus EXP early from free kills is absolutely very, very invaluable. Meanwhile, to me, the most important member right now for EG is Demon. If he gets a very, very fast Blink Dagger, you could just come in with the level 11 Epicenter and just shred a push. He's not very close to it right now, but he is winning that lane on the bot.
So the parade of Spiderlings now looks like they will head to the jungle for Mag, and thing is, there's not a whole lot Demon can do about this. In fact, Mag's going to send his hero into the jungle as well for the time being. He's missing a bit of experience in the lane, but he is farming, and sure, Demon's farming too, but has hit level 7 now. Did go back for Max Spiderlings. So nothing too unorthodox here. Just took the 2 points of web early. Was going to have it rank 2 by level 7 anyway. And at some point, we might see Demon leave. In fact, we see it now. Has an Invis rune. Oh, there's a Sentry Ward here for
yeah, they see him.
The dire side. They did see him. The pings come out. Burrow strikes there. Epi as well. Jackal, no level 6 yet. Dropping fast. I think he'll go down. Soul Assumption's there. They get the kill. That did require 5 heroes top, though. And this means Brood will push bottom. DK will push mid. But they slow down the Lycans level 6.
Yeah, they did, but I'm not sure whether that's even the most important thing, because Resolution now has the ultimate on line. He's going to be spamming the Flame Breath, but good rotation coming back from JL to defend that one. And only teleportation going to bot lane, nothing just yet. And look at the How on spiraling action on the bot lane. Oh my god. That is a ton of damage. Holy bejesus cows.
Look how mad they are, too. These spiders mean business, man. The tower is just melting. Oh, God.
That glyph, there's so much work there.
Meanwhile, they have found Vita's top lane, so it looks like we'll have an actual hero kill. But for me, it's all about those spiders. God, they've got the wolves as well. It's going to hurt a lot. Now they've found out Fear. Fear dropping pretty quickly. Always want to fly, going to go down to a Soul Assumption. But another nuke could spell the death of Bambo. There's just no way to punish this. Sand King's got to deal with the push bottom lane. They'll get Fear with the stretch Armstrong shackles, and still the chase goes on. But the Wolf ult about to end. Jackal will back off. Tower's dead. Demon, now he's got to be a little more worried about sitting in this bottom lane. Mag also has the rank 4 spawn spiderlings. And the thing is, it's a powerful nuke. You can just spam it on the hero and try and drive Sand King out of lane that way.
Meanwhile, Resolution, try to get a tower kill on the mid lane, was denied by JL, so great last hit there, especially against 2 illusions and the actual hero, Dragon Knight. But
so this is looking really bad for EG.
It really is. You talked about their early tower gold, and critically, the support, you're getting a ton of items. Leshrac already have Arcane Boots up, and if you look at Shadow Shaman, he is 50 gold away from his own Arcane. And once these 2 heroes picked up Arcane, they're pretty much set for the entire game. Mech's nice. Things like Buckler and, Pipe is also nice, but I think they're pretty much done, and they will get those items eventually through multiple tower kills.
Yeah, the tier 1 top should be the next objective for ICCup, and while that's happening, we'll probably see Mag just continue to apply pressure bottom lane. Resolution, he may be the one who looks to join the fights. Prophet still trying to deal with the wave and push it out mid, but now we haven't even seen Shadow Shaman wards dropped on a tower yet. We haven't even really seen Edict damage on a tower. Once those come into play and you add the spiderlings on one side of the map and the wolves on the other, EG are going to have a very hard time stopping this push. It really comes down to Demon this game. Like you said earlier, he's their big AoE hero. He's also their big initiator. God, do they ever need that Blink Dagger on him.
Yeah, and looks like we might see a little bit of action up top here. I'm liking how Demon's been playing. He's keeping the creep wave very much so pushed so that when he does make that TP rotation, he's not going to lose a tier 2 tower as a result. And I like that TP rotation up top. Despite giving up a tier 1, he got a very critical kill on Lycan. Eventually, the chase went the other way, but here comes that tier 1 push up top. Resolution is available, and Demon makes immediate TP. And that's what I mean about the quick wave being far out. But the ward gets dropped on the top lane.
Yeah, this tower's dead.
Yeah, it is.
Do not try to defend. Do not try to defend.
Oh.
Actually, Demon wants to go in. They're going to fight in the wards. They will get off a 2-hero epicenter, maybe. No. Scratch that thought. Demon just goes in to die, basically. I think
the word you were looking for feed. And you're
I mean,
right.
that was a very ambitious... It's very hard to expect an epicenter to go off there. He didn't even go for an epicenter. Just burrows in, but fighting in the wards, fighting against Howl damage. I mean, every single one of these heroes hits like a truck with that Howl now being level 3.
Yep. And I'm watching that Spiraling slowly pushing on the bot lane. You got to send one to defend bot, and then you got to send one to eventually defend mid. But for now, everybody backs off. The other thing that we haven't talked about is that ICCup has an amazing Roshan lineup. You have Lycan, so that's always a plus. But Spiderlings plus Howl, you have a ton of tank. And you can even drop the wards if you really want to. I don't think ICCup needs to do that. If they secure it, they are pinging it right now, or the Radiant's pinging it. They are afraid that the Roshan's coming very soon.
And I'm loving this mech Dragon Knight. Resolution's going for it again. This game, it's a great choice as well, because they don't have anyone else who's likely to farm it. You've got the double Arcanes on the other supports.
Jo.
Jo's TP'd into trouble. Look at these spiderlings. Oh no. He's dropping fast. He'll be forced to TP out. That means almost dying. This feels like a horror movie, man. Just spiderlings everywhere. Wolves on the hunt. It's True Blood. It doesn't feel like Dota to me.
Did you guys still see the horror movie last night?
No. Okay. Lumi's afraid of horror movies.
I am afraid of horror movies.
He's definitely afraid.
And Mag right now is making me a little bit afraid as well.
Broodmother's one of the most vile creatures you'll ever see.
She's so cute. She's a mother.
She's not cute, Lumi. This is not. Not even a mother could love that face.
This is a kawaii ugu face.
That's not a kawaii ugu face.
Okay,
and you have been spending way too much time with Eternal Envy for your own good.
All right, Jacko's got his Vlads finished. So after him picking Vlads, there's 2 choices. You could go Medallion for the quick Roshan. It's really good for hero killing as well. Or I think personally, I would just go straight Necrobook and be like, hey, let's jam more summons to your face and have you deal with it.
So if you're ICCup right now, they can take Roche. They've got the Vlads and the mech. There's just not much EG can do except farm and maybe try and find pickoffs. I think that's the big thing. Get the Demon Blink Dagger that you talked about earlier. The death obviously slowing him down. He's still pretty close though. Might find some Spiderlings in the jungle. If they can get his Blink and they can find some kills with Haunt, with the Prophet ult, then they'll be able to stall. And that the more time they buy, the better position they'll be in come late game.
Yeah, I also feel like ICCup perhaps is not putting enough pressure. They're not really getting too much out of the map right now. They are ancienting as a team, but what about the Roshan? They finally go in. Jacko did pick up the Medallion Courage, and even the wards are being dropped. I personally think it's a little bit more of an overcommitment. You don't even need to drop the ward, and Roshan will get dropped. This is a 110-second cooldown. It's a very important early game pushing spell, and they kind of just threw it out of the window.
Yeah, Lycan could even solo that rush.
Yeah.
Let alone, you've got Dragon Knight there. You've got some decent damage from Edict, which does mixed. They could have just taken Roche slower. I guess it's slightly risky against EG because there's always the threat of a Haunt, a Prophet ult coming through. But you've got Mech. You've got, I'd say, the much stronger 5-man for now. And EG weren't going to have 5 there. Didn't really need to use it.
Yeah, well.
Still they can push, though. Still there's level 4 Edict. There is a glyph available for EG, but there's no trade in sight. This team has really been playing a lot of split push, a lot of Rat Dota as of late, and ICCup is trying to punish it. They've come to purify these lands and cleanse them of EG. EG, well, they'll have to hang on here. Meanwhile, Demon dying bottom lane. That means a Blink Dagger deferred. And he was close, too. And they might just go high ground now. I don't know if they can actually take racks.
I don't think they can.
They could definitely chip away.
Demon just straight up ported right under the tower. And Drew says, okay, I'll turn my ult and kill you. And that's what happened there. Right now, here comes the Gale. The wards need to get dropped, spam continuously. The birds slowing them down. Jacko's slow, but he's got the Aegis, so he doesn't even care. He's like, yeah, I'll tank all the damage for my team. That's a quick Aegis. Jo's down low. Gotta watch out for that Dragon Tail. Everybody's alive right now. Witchsec just get picked off, and that's what I mean by really needing that ultimate. If they drop down, they will have a ton more damage. And now Jacko's very low. Can he make it out alive? Fear is coming right, and the dagger's gonna hit on Always All on the Fly. Just stitch the man and let him go. Resolution, run, my man. They're trying to save their support. And the support is going to go down eventually, I believe. Yeah, JO's going to TP in, and that's going to be a kill. But all things considered, EG makes a pretty good defense. They took away the Aegis, and they defended the Raxes.
By the way, it really is all push. They've gone for a Necro Book on their Broodmother.
Nice. This is the most amazing game I've seen in a while.
And this also could really punish Demon. You go in, you epi that Necronomicon True Warrior or whatever the hell he's called. That pure damage is going to hurt a lot. And I think that was a big mistake by ICCup, though. Fighting without wards and forcing the fight, blowing the Aegis that early. Sieging the tower, I feel, was completely fine. But committing like that, do you really need to do that? Just wait for the wards and then go, and it would be an easy Rax for the taking. Still, though, they can go right back down mid. And now EG will not have Haunt, still do not have the Blink Dagger, and Demon could sell his bottle to get it. But I think ICCup can just go 5-man back down mid or 4-man and brood on the bottom lane.
I'm not really sure whether they're confident enough to do so, because last time they made that push and Demon wasn't alive, and that's why they were like, let's go, you know, it's a free win. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and now Demon is alive. And they don't know Demon's goal, right? Demon could very well have a Blink Dagger in stash just waiting, and they don't know that, so... Well, now he's very close.
It is a level 2 epi as well. That's a really big thing. There's a mech, but there is no pipe, and ICCup are a bit squishy. Heroes like Leshrac, 900 HP, 900 on the Shadow Shaman. A big Blink epi will pretty much kill, I'd say, 3 heroes instantly, and then the other 2 should be able to be cleaned up.
Yeah, it depends on whether the mech goes off, right? If DK gets stunned during that, it's
not going to be pretty.
Yeah. Also, we saw really... Oh, Fear comes back in, but not really going to find too much. Oh, well, Jo decides to TP in, and Jo... I think they're going to at least get a Leshrac kill. Leshrac is very much so dead. EG is finding some freebies, and ICCup cannot give away these free kills. And that goes back to what I said during the draft. ICCup's one of those teams that even when they're ahead there, you can't bet money on them, because random stuff like that would happen, and EG's buying himself a ton of time.
Yeah, I'm not going to use words like throw, but, I mean, earlier Demon went into a pretty tough engagement, and ICCup, they've got a lead now. They should be able to 5-man this. They really should. Demon's probably going to die, though, bottom lane. Now blinks into the trees, looks to TP out. Nice. No, can't do it. Good play by Mag. The spider, the spin web does destroy trees. They get the vision. They get the kill. He did buy his blink in time, though. But I think ICCup, if they play it right, should be able to just flat out win from this point. Like, all they have to do is not die, just split push with the Broodmother, and 4 or 5-man with the other hero, or 4-man with the other heroes. Math is apparently hard early in the morning. And they might find a Beatus kill now. He's trapped in the trees. Well, Beatus is going to fall, and that might be mid-Rax. Is there a glyph? No glyph for EG.
That's got to be mid-Rax.
And they're also going to lose a tier 2 bottom. They won't be able to leave the base. It has the makings of a game 2 loss for EG. If ICCup don't horribly screw up here, they should be able to win.
Well, you can't always count out on screw up, because it could. This is Dota. Screw up always happen.
Yeah, Dota is ultimately a game of mistakes, and the team that makes less mistakes generally wins.
Here we go. How goes off. The ward goes off. A teleportation. That's on the Venomancer. Blink epicenter on the whole team, but the mech goes off. Demon just melts.
No, he still didn't use it. He just now mechs. Resolution's going to drop. I thought he would get it off sooner.
Defended.
Push defended.
But meanwhile, on the bot lane, though. Tier 2 went down, and a huge creep wave working on the Tier 3.
Yeah, but when you're running a big push strat like this, you cannot give up too many kills. If you give up too many kills, then you let the enemy team back in the game and your gold lead just evaporates. While that's happening, though, the Brood will find a kill on Bambo and gets out. And back in middle lane, Jackal goes, well, is the push really defended? Not if it goes like this. Epi's got a cooldown, the Wolves barely. And Jackal is going to take the first racks of the game. ICCup, they said, we don't want to push. They were trolling EG, they were trolling the chat. They obviously wanted to push. And now they are. They've taken one lane of racks. Going to be hard to leave the base from here.
And that's
your EG.
Necro book number 2 being picked up here on the Wolf. And of course, the Broodmother has Necro 2. She's got Necro 3, I believe, the gold for it. Yeah, she does. So I think the next push, all bot or maybe all top, and then have Brood just slowly whittle down on the bot lane. Is there any conceivable way of EG winning this? Are we close to Radiance? Nope. 2000 gone fair.
I mean, I think it just comes down to ICCup not making too many mistakes. If they don't make too many mistakes, I would say no way that EG wins. If they do, maybe. The thing is, EG have very little room to make plays as well, because they can't really leave their base if they do for too long. I mean, this is the closest thing they can do, which is great play by Jo. Snipes a tier 1 mid. But when you can't really leave your base, when you're always defending, you can't really pull a fast one on your opponents. What are they going to do? Haunt and Profit ult? Probably not going to find kills unless ICCup are really out of position. All the lanes should generally be on their side of the river. I think ICCup have to screw up.
Well, so we say that I always want to fly gets forced to TP back. So they do, you know.
And now
waste
Demon,
some time.
dead again. The Necro book means there's no way out for him. It's a Necro 3. There's your true sight. He really can't be leaving the base like this.
I mean, he had the correct idea of split pushing, and generally as a Sand King with Blink, Sandstorm, Burrow Strike, you're okay against most gankers. But Broodmother,
not against the Brood with the Necro 3.
Yeah, she's got Necro 3. She's got webs to destroy any trees that you might be juking in, and demons love to juke in trees. And more importantly, Yasha on top of that Necro book also give you movement speed. She's moving 522 under her webs. It is hard to juke this Ugu face Kawaii, or the other way around.
Not a face even a mother could love. I'm sticking to my guns there. Resolution, he's picked up a Hyperstone, working towards an Assault Caress. The scary thing for EG is it's not even like ICCup a bad late game. They've got a Tricore with a Lycan backing it up, so everybody hits hard. They're breaching the high ground now. Wonder how much they'll commit for this. The ward's deployed, the tower dropping quickly. Demon is back. Can he find the big Epi? Not just yet, he buys a smoke. Smart, really smart play from Demon. He needs to be able to get off a huge epicenter. Cannot be scouted out here, or ICCup can simply sick a wolf on him, even just target the wards on him, and he won't be able to get off the Epi. So I really like the fact that he bought a smoke. But, I mean, you can't Epi everything, Lumi. What do? Do you Epi bottom lane where the Broodmother is? Do you Epi top lane where the other 4 heroes are? They need 2 epicenters and they only have 1.
Yeah, maybe time for a refresher Sand King. I don't know here. It looks like Fight is going to break out on the... No, just the birds being
just
killed.
a lot of gold in ICCup's pockets.
There's the power kill, but here comes the Han. Perhaps they want to engage on the top lane. Resolution tanking quite a bit. Still got the mech. He gets brought up. You got to pop that mech. Resolution for the armor buff. Yes, he does. And Jackal now going to work. Jo gets splurfed, and Jo gets Shackle. He is done as well. Focus on the Raxes, my man. Jackal says, I want that Venomancer. No, he turns back.
Don't do it, Jackal. Don't do it. This Lycan is a little bit greedy, but he'll back off. And while that was happening, they used Epicenter. They did manage to get a kill on the Broodmother. Now a 2-hero Burrow Strike. Huge play from Demon. That's going to set up a few additional kills. We just sick to fall. They've lost 4, but they have lost their second lane of racks. I mean, I got to say, Demon is having a hell of a Sand King game, but I don't think it matters. Down 2 lanes of racks, 21 minutes in. Can you ever leave the base, Lumi? Can you ever?
Well, you have Profit. You still have that Blink Sand King, so they do have mobile enough heroes.
They will have a Relic on Fear. I believe this is a Radiance from him.
I don't want to count Xiao yet. I never count Relic Radiance.
This is a very... I mean, they're in the valley right now.
They are definitely
They
in the
are
valley.
way below sea level, and it's going to be a long time to get back up. Now trailing by 14,000 gold. Experience is pretty much even. But here's the thing. Is ICCup, they've been fighting without Aegis. They kind of wasted that first one. Roshan number 2 is coming.
Yeah.
And with Roche number 2, with this many Necro books, 2 Necro 3s, probably a Manta style for the Brood. No, Mag wants a BKB. Once Mag gets BKB, there's not much they can do against him.
To me, if ICCup wants to take this like 100%, they farm up for 2 BKB, 1 on Brood, and 1 on the Lycan, and then just slow push it with the Aegis. If they want to just go for it, Aegis is good enough, though it's kind of risky.
Resolution.
If they get a kill right now in Resolution.
Having a huge... I mean, he's got some big farm here. AC is coming soon. If they don't kill him soon, that's going to be trouble. Because AC will be up for him. The Brood's about to get the BKB. And even if they don't have a BKB unlike it, I think just those items could be too much.
This play from EG. It's a big play. If they get this kill right now.
Not a very big play now. Bamba waddles into the lane and reveals the smoke.
The smoke ran out, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, it didn't matter then.
Yeah, but look at how good the split push is. Top creep wave is all the way up to the tier 1 tower despite having big creeps. Meanwhile, Fear on the bot lane just running away from those Necrobooks. And she is completely trapped.
No
TP.
No! What a play! What a play! Fear puts on his Nikes and delivers the jukes. But his huge play is just living.
Those are air Nikes as he just goes up and down that cliff.
The Michael Jordans from Fear.
Man.
But he doesn't have a TP, and he's trapped here for quite some time. Not sure where the Brood is. Left the dagger all the way home. Doesn't have Haunt mana, and that means Roche is probably going down. Oh, this is big. Even though he lives, no Haunt, EG can't really contest, I feel.
Yeah, she's making it back to base right now, and Roshan's down to about half HP. And looks like Lycan's actually backing out for whatever reason.
I don't think ICCup realized
this. Always want to fly? Why don't they go on him? That was a free.
Well, if they go on him, then maybe they don't have the spells they need to kill off the bigger, more important heroes. Always want to fly, however, is caught out in a horrible position. Gonna go down, but they've traded 1-for-1. Venomancer gets off the ult. Now the Spectre's back at base, in fighting condition. Look for the Haunt from Fear. Does he sell anything to buy a Radiance yet? No. No, he doesn't. Now a BKB up on the Brood. ICCup back into the pit. Can Fear steal the Aegis? Will we see some huge plays? Demon's got Epi. He's got Blink, but it gets canceled by the wards. Now Burrow Strike is there. They'll get Ouija Sick. Roshan dropping fast. Where's the Haunt from Fear? Not gonna Haunt. Now they've lost 2. They're gonna lose more.
Oh my God.
To fall. Everybody getting butchered. And Fear's just AFKing in the fountain.
When your support Leshrac could kill 2 people by himself, one including a 1-row farmer Sanking, things are not going well. He was AFKing in the fountain because he wanted that Radiance. Well, you have Radiance now, and you have the full buyback. Oh, BKB dodge on the Burrow Strike on the bot lane. He's still on the run. The BKB on go. He wants JO. Is he going to get JO? He's going balls deep. He's going to get that 1 kill. He's going to trade his life definitely forward, though, but no buyback here.
Now Resolution comes in, double damage rune up, the tower's dropping fast. It could be 3 lanes of Rax, it probably will be, and if it is, that's all she wrote for EG. Even with this late game, I don't know if they're coming back, but huge epi from Demon. Doesn't matter though, the DD of the Dragonite delivers the justice. Still the Aegis stands on Jackal will throw it away now. Fear cleaning him up. He is finding some kills here, but Rax is in jeopardy. Jackal finds one with his wolves, picks off the Venomancer. Actually, I believe it was the Necronomicon. And now it's going to be 3 lanes of Rax, 22-17, 25 minutes in. ICCup pretty much no way back into this game for EG. They are going to get KO'd and 2-0'd by all-in push. Well, not even all-in, but just very well executed and crafted push strats in Game 1 and Game 2.
So that goes back to a draft of a 4th pick Spectre. Why?
Against push.
Why? Well, maybe not the 6 racks yet here because they need 1 more Bamboo on top. He's going to get stunned and then 1 more stun. Bamboo, not the captain in this game as he just goes down. Mech goes up a 2nd time and that is the final lane of racks. GG gets called and it was a swift but deciding victory for ICCup.
Yeah, I was laughing about Fear just sitting in the fountain during that Roshan engagement, but truthfully, I don't think there was any way back into it for them.
No.
This game was lost probably in the drafting stage, if not certainly when they gave up 2 kills at the level 2 mark against the Shadow Shaman and Lycan tri-lane. And one of the big issues in that tri-lane was they had no way to cancel Shackles. They had no stuns.
They had no stunts. It was a Venomancer pick 3rd as well, although at that time you can't really fault them for not preparing a better support hero in that case. But for me, I think Demon, he had great team fight, but also he died a couple of times that delayed his dagger once or twice. Who knew how the game would have been if he had an earlier dagger. So it was just a series of unfortunate events. JO teleported top and died as well, and his tier 1 dropped mid. And ICCup took it quite convincingly.
This marks the end of EG's run in the Corsair Summer Tour. Lower bracket, round 2 match. They get knocked out. That's 2 best-of-3 losses for them. They're out of the tournament.
Yeah.
Not a result that a lot of people probably expected going into this, but if you bet on ICCup, you probably want a lot of rares. I didn't get to see the odds, but I imagine they were favoring EG heavily. EG, their run in the Corsair Summer Tour 2013 will conclude here. We've got another best-of-3 coming up later today, though, guys. It's your winner bracket finals. Fnatic versus Virtus Pro, best-of-3. Winner guaranteed a top 2 finish in the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. I'm LD. He's Luminous. We'll take a quick break, guys. We'll be coming back at 21 CEST, which is 12 PDT or 15 EDT. Lots of time zones here with your final best of 3 of the day. Fnatic versus VP awaits. Goodbye to EG. They're going home. ICCup, stay alive.